The Blueprint Project.
During the Colombian exchange, the demographic of both North America and Europe greatly shifted. For one, Europeans were introduced into the Americas, merging two completely different people from two completely different continents. Europeans also went to Africa in search of slaves, taking innocent people captive and bringing them to the U.S. There were also environmental changes due to the back and forth exchange between both continents. Europeans saw an increased demand for these crops and saw a way to make money. So they planted cash crops in big quantities to make big profit. However, these ways overcropped the soil, reducing its inability to be farmed on. Political consequences arose when Spaniards came into Mexico. Troops led by Hernan Cortez were unable to take out the Aztecs. That was until the Europeans had came and unknowingly brought disease with them, killing many Aztecs, including their ruler, allowing Spain to take over Mexico. In the late 15th and 16th century, trade back and forth from North America and Europe was a necessity. Europe, Africa, and Asia traded grapes, sugarcane, grains, coffee beans, honeybees, livestock, and disease to the U.S., while the U.S. traded squash, avocado, pineapple, cocoa beans, turkey, and tobacco to Europe, Asia, and Africa. For Europe, invasion was made possible mainly through disease. For one, the Spanish would have never taken out the Aztecs if it wasn't for disease. The Aztec people had no immunity to this disease called smallpox, which killed many of them in turn. Death of troops, their ruler, and their people gave the Spanish the ability to conquer Mexico not through battle, but through a deadly sickness. Another example of this is the fact that Europeans originally wanted to enslave the Native Americans for their own benefit. However, Native Americans were dying off from the same disease, and not only made it easier for them to take over the Americas, but left them in need of slaves. This, unfortunately, led them to Africa, where they started the long endeavor of wrongful slavery and mistreatment.